Toyota's CEO just revealed an all-new mini Land Cruiser and shocked the entire industry. With a performance of a powerhouse in the size of a compact SUV, this thing is coming with a lot of swagger, and it has the looks, the brains, and the muscles to back up its off-road prowess. I don't think the competition is ready for it. Let me explain. So, what is really happening? The Land Cruiser is staging a massive comeback, and Toyota isn't stopping there. Another SUV is revving its engines for the market, bearing a striking resemblance to its iconic sibling. Enter the mini Land Cruiser. But hey, let's set the record straight. This newcomer boasts a plethora of unique features that set it apart. Under the hood, we've got the legendary 2TRF engine revving up the action. Yep, that's the same powerhouse that's been dominating with the Tacoma lineup for what feels like forever. A real champion in the four-cylinder league. Pumping out a cool 161 horsepower and a hefty 181 pound-feet of torque, all mated to your choice of a slick 6-speed manual or a smooth 6-speed automatic transmission. Now sure, when you look at the specs on paper, you might think, is that all? But let me tell you, this engine is a stealthy beast. Need to haul some serious cargo? No problem. It's got your back with a towing capacity of 3,500 pounds. And hey, don't overlook its efficiency either. It sips fuel at a respectable 22 miles per gallon. Honestly, when it comes to the base model, this setup is the gold standard. It's got enough muscle to tackle whatever you throw its way and then some. That's why it's the go-to choice for not just the Tacoma, but also the Prado and the Hilux. And you know what? There's a lot of talk about even more options popping up around the globe. We're talking hybrids and diesels. Toyota is really coming for everyone in the industry with this one. Let me shift gears a bit and pose a question. What springs to mind when you utter the word Jeep? For the majority, it conjures images of rugged off-roading and the venerable Jeep Wrangler. But can Jeep, or even the other big names, really go head-to-head with Toyota's reliability? And guess what? The new mini Land Cruiser is set to roll out on the Corolla Cross platform. Surprising, right? And despite their comparable dimensions, this beast of a vehicle is opting for the rugged and dependable ladder frame setup. Yeah, you heard that right. A true ladder frame warrior, rubbing shoulders with the likes of the powerhouse 4Runner, the iconic Land Cruiser J250, the ever-reliable GX, the tough-as-nails Tacoma, and a slew of Toyota's top-tier trucks and cars. This mini Land Cruiser is shaping up to be an absolute game-changer. We know a lot of Toyota's plans because of a Japanese magazine, one that almost never misses any new releases. And what they've revealed is truly amazing, because it's not just the good things. This magazine spilled the beans on the bad and the ugly, which might change the course of their whole game plan. Let me explain. Issues and solutions. This small beast was expected to share the same engine options as the RAV4, which has gasoline, hybrid, and plug-in hybrid versions. In fact, what we now know is that there was a plan to do so, but they abandoned it all. Why? Well, on a few of their engines throughout the world, Toyota was cheating on emissions. Some are now speculating that this might be the reason why they paused on their other engine options. But they didn't totally ditch the idea. From all the sources coming out now, we can expect it to have the same hybrid engine as the Tacoma, which is called the iForce Max, and it combines a 2.4-litre turbocharged 4-cylinder engine with an electric motor and a battery pack. This hybrid engine produces 326 horsepower and 465 pound-feet of torque. It offers better fuel efficiency than the TRF, with an EPA estimated 27 miles per gallon in the city and 28 miles per gallon on the highway. Imagine that on a smaller body. It will make it a nimbler and more affordable version of the legendary Land Cruiser 250, with all the capability and style of the Land Cruiser packed into a compact package that's easy on the wallet. Toyota wants to make this thing the king of its segment when it comes to off-road capability. So the real question now is, how will it stack up against the competition? And honestly, this thing is coming to a market that is already saturated. There is the Jeep Wrangler, which might not be as reliable as Toyota's SUVs, but it stands its ground, and that's not all. Look at the Ford Bronco. This segment is already heated up. And now it is like Toyota just said. Well, let's see who comes out on top, and if you ask me, they will be the one. Because of their core principle when it comes to the Land Cruiser. Practicality. This thing might be compact, but don't let its size fool you. It's like the Land Cruiser went on a crash diet. It inherits the same legendary durability and reliability that made its ancestor a household name. Sized just right, it's in the same league as the trendy Corolla Cross, dominating the market for small adventure vehicles. Whether you're tackling rough trails or cruising through city streets, this vehicle delivers the perfect blend of toughness and elegance that sets it apart from the competition. But here's the kicker, it doesn't stop there. Designed for both urban dwellers and outdoor enthusiasts, it's the ultimate all-in-one package. Seriously, what more could you want from a compact SUV? It has the muscles to match its rugged looks. This SUV isn't just another face in the crowd, it's a legend in the making, ready to go toe-to-toe with the toughest competitors in the compact off-road scene, like the Suzuki Jimmy and the Ford Bronco Sport. It's built to dominate. All the rugged prowess of a Wrangler paired with Toyota's legendary reliability. So now that you know the specs and features, do you think that the competition will really stand a chance against this beast? Well, watch carefully because we're about to put it side by side with its rivals, and you'll be the judge of the winner. Price and competition. According to the Japanese magazine Best Car, we're looking at a starting price range of 3 million to 3.8 million yen, which roughly translates to $20,000 to $25,500. Now, I know what you're thinking. Is this for real? Well, buckle up because we're just getting started. Sure, it might sound too good to be true because, let's face it, when it comes to dealerships, there's always a twist. Look at what's happening with the Maverick. Same starting price, but oh boy, by the time they're done, it's a whole different story. So hold on to your wallets because here's the kicker. Brace yourselves for a possible starting price of $30,000 stateside, with the top end dancing around $40,000. Now, that's where things get interesting. You see, the 4Runner kicks off at $40,000 and reaching up to $55,000. And then there's the J250, starting where the 4Runner left and even soaring up to a cool $70,000. 3 SUV tiers, neck and neck in the pricing game. This is such an amazing lineup for people who want the Toyota charm, and it puts it in direct competition with its main rivals like the Ford Bronco, which is sold with a price tag of approximately $40,000. But the top-tier Bronco will set you back a jaw-dropping $90,000. It's like comparing a sturdy workhorse to a turbocharged stallion. The Toyota way just makes sense. With more money, you're not only getting a bigger SUV but a more capable one. It is a whole different ballgame. If you ask me, the price point for the Mini Land Cruiser is really worth it. And if, and that's a big if, they manage to hit that target, folks, we're talking about a game changer. We're talking lines around the block, folks, for this beauty. Remember when they announced the bigger one? People went crazy because that model just slashed the price by almost $20,000 while delivering more. And the demand is already here. Toyota is doing the same with this announcement. The big reveal is slated for November, giving us hope for a glimpse sooner rather than later. Now, I know what you're all thinking. Will it roll out in North America too? That's the million-dollar question, my friends. Toyota's playing it cool, aiming for a synchronized global debut. So this SUV might come with a few surprises under the hood, tailored for different corners of the globe. Which is a good thing because, if you think about it, the competition already has hybrids and even EVs. Look at the Wrangler. It has hybrid options, although it bumps up the price point by a huge amount, putting it in competition with the bigger J250 Land Cruiser. So it makes sense for Toyota to sort out all the powertrain options while carefully adjusting their pricing. However, I think they will win this showdown, even if they don't have another engine option. But what do you think? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.